Yo, what's up, everybody? Pete Peterson here with Dream Huge Realty, here with my special guest, the famous Wonder Woman herself, Diana Donovan. How you doing, Diana?
Hey, I'm doing pretty good, Pete.
Good,
Yep.
excellent. Hey, Diana is fired up today,
I
as
am.
always. We love Diana's energy. But today I want to talk to you about 3 things that you should know before becoming a real estate agent or a realtor, okay? Or 3 things they won't tell you.
Okay.
Okay? So I want you to attest to this because you're out there in the trenches
Yeah.
every day.
Yes,
So I
I
want to
am.
get your opinion and input on these things. Oh, and by the way, I took this from a website called The Lighter Side of Real Estate. So awesome stuff on there. Justin Bigelow shared that earlier in the week. But number 1, it will hurt when one of your clients uses someone else.
Yes, it does.
And does that ever happen?
Yes, it does. It
That's-
happens to all of us.
Okay.
It happens to me. It happens to everyone. And you just have to take it in stride. I think what I have learned, and I know I say it all the time, but in every aspect of me building my business, it's people first.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's a good reason. You know, I've been in a situation where I had good friends, were looking to list a house. I reached out to them, offered my services, and she and her husband knew a lot of realtors.
Yeah.
And I understood their perspective. They said, you know, it's really hard to choose. We don't want to hurt anyone's feelings, so we're going to go with someone neutral.
Mhm.
So I totally understood.
Yeah.
You know.
So
you
back
have
to
pick
that
them-
though. Let me
yeah.
back up. You said they were good friends of yours.
Yes.
So that's the killer, right? That's the one that
Yes.
really kicks you in the gut.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's like, oh, that hurts.
Yeah.
But I think the amount of business that is out there, we should never beat ourselves up. As long
No.
as we know we're being assertive, we're being
Mhm.
responsive, we're answering the texts and the emails as quickly as possible, that's all we can do. Like you said, in that
Exactly.
particular case, they
Yeah.
chose someone neutral to
Yeah.
both parties,
Well, I
which you
ended up
understand.
getting-
actually.
Yeah. Things changed later, but
Did they end up coming back to you?
yes, they did. So I
Nice.
ended up getting it. So what
Yes.
I learned from that, they appreciated, like, I didn't cry, I didn't get mad, I didn't,
Right.
feel offended.
You didn't
or-
say, why didn't you use me?
Yeah,
I thought
exactly.
we were
Because
friends.
you know what? The best advice I can give any realtor, whether you're fresh new or seasoned, is it's not about you. It's about the client. And if
That's right.
you don't practice that,
Yeah.
then you're not going to be as successful as you could be, because it is. In the end, it's about the clients. I've had it to where I've reached out, or for whatever reason they felt I wasn't right, and some instances it changed and I ended up working with them.
Right, you just stay
So,
there, you hang in there, you're
stay-
always there for them.
Be responsive, still offer yourself. Just, I wish them, I said, hey, I want the best for you guys, because I meant it.
Yeah.
Be authentic and say, hey, I hope everything works out great. If you need anything, as a friend, or, professional advice, or anything that I could do, you can always call me. And people appreciate that.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
But sometimes you will lose that client and they will not come back.
No.
So we can't beat ourselves up over that. As
Sometimes
long as
you
we
get
know
fired.
we're doing everything that we can do in our
Yeah,
power,
yeah.
we must move on and say, hey, we know it's going to hurt, but there's so much business out there. We're not going to beat ourselves up over one. We're going to keep on continuing
Yeah, you
and
have to.
focus our time on those who are good clients.
Yes.
And getting
Yep.
you good clients.
Yep.
Okay, number 2, you must step out of your comfort zone in order to grow and be successful in this business, okay? Is that true?
Yes.
So when you start out, you're relying mostly on family and friends, your immediate sphere of influence, who you already know.
Yeah.
But I see it, and Diane does an amazing job of it. I was able to hit the ground running as well by going outside of your comfort zone and reaching and making your sphere larger,
Yes.
correct?
Yes.
So how do you go about doing that?
Number one, people are not going to use you if they don't know you're a realtor. So you have to put yourself out there. Starting with friends and family is a good position to start from, but ask for referrals. Just reach out, be responsive. When you're in actually any type of sales, I've gotten listings or gotten buyers being at the grocery store and hearing people talk about they're fixing their house up. My daughter's looking for a home. You have to know what your strengths are. I'm very much a people person, but I'm human. I get nervous, but I want to help people. So that's my big thing, is like
Yeah.
I'm very service oriented. So when I'm in a position and I look for those opportunities and I hear someone talking about either looking for a home, fixing their home up, I'll walk over to them and say, hey, I'm Diana Donovan, here's my card, I would love to help you.
Yes.
If you just have questions about the market, anything, you have to start the conversation and you have to be responsive so that they answer back. And when you get that conversation going back and forth, then they know you.
Sure. That's
Yeah.
great advice. So yeah, how do you step out of your comfort zone? Basically, you just said it. The best way you could say it, you just help others.
Yeah.
So if you put the focus on them instead of yourself,
Yeah.
it seems less stressful, right?
Exactly.
It seems like, hey, I just truly want to help someone else. And before you know it, you're way out of your comfort zone. You're meeting new people. You're handing out business cards, and you're closing deals.
Because you never know, and it's happened to me, like, if I just step out and if I, step over to the people and just say, hey, I heard you talking, do you have any questions? I'm a realtor. Even if you don't end up working with them directly, and I've had it happen, because I made that move and reached out, and maybe they already had a realtor, but their neighbor, their son, their daughter, a relative later, I've gotten referrals because people remembered me and said, hey, I met this lady, here's her card.
Yeah.
And
they also see your enthusiasm and your approach, and they appreciate that, and they know if you have that type of hustle, then imagine the type of hustle that you will have working for them.
Exactly.
They kind of see how you operate when you go out like that.
Yeah.
So great job on that. And number 3, you'll never know it all. So a lot of new agents, especially, they're timid because they're afraid they don't know a lot. They don't know maybe how to fill out how to place an offer correctly, or fill out a contract, or do a listing correctly. But all steps along the way, you are never going to know it all.
No.
And even as the broker, you're never going to know it all. I mean, myself, we even have a legal hotline, which I can call anytime and talk to a live attorney that's part of National Association of Realtors, because we don't know it all. So we're here to rely on our attorneys, on our team, on the brokerage, on the brokerage itself, and we never pretend to know it all. If we don't know it, we will find out the proper answer before making something up.
Yeah.
Do you experience that at all?
You never do. Of course. I learn something with every deal, whether it's about myself, whether it's about details of how that particular deal is working. Things change all the time. The market changes, laws or rules can change. I learn with every deal. And if any agent is saying or acting like they know it all, they're either not selling or they're not an agent.
Right.
So,
Always be learning,
you
right?
always have to
Let's
be
go
learning.
back to that.
Yeah, you always.
Better
always
than
have
knowing
to.
it all is just one step better, is always be learning.
If you don't
and
leave yourself
learning.
open to learn something, then you're not going to learn.
Right. So those are the 3 things, remember, no one's going to tell you when you go to get your real estate license. It will hurt when someone breaks up with you.
Oh, it does.
And it's going to happen. You must step out of your comfort zone, and you will never know it all. So just move forward with your team and with confidence, knowing that you will not ever know it all, and you'd be willing to learn as you go. So, Diana Donovan, thank you for joining us today.
Thanks.
Wonder Woman. Diana, what's your phone number?
419-688-9077. To sell or buy, call Lady Di.
To sell or buy, call Lady Di. Thank you for joining us today. Pete Peterson with Dream Huge Realty. And you folks know the rules. Work hard, never give up, and dream huge.